Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Demon Slayer. I'm here to tell y'all some threats that the KKK is sending me, okay, through my work space. I say Joe Biden. There's my name. I am Joe Biden. I am the president for the moment, for the now, till the shit is over. Supreme Court delivers blow to key Biden environmental policy in unanimous ruling. The Supreme Court issued a ruling Thursday narrowing the federal government's authority regulating bodies of water and effectively, y'all be careful, they invisible as well, with knives, and effectively impending a Biden administration policy that recently went into effect. The High Court's unanimous 9.0 decision, which was delivered by Justice Samuel Alito, rejected the Environmental Protection Agency's EPA board definition of waters of the United States, WOTUS. The case centered on Michael and Chantal Sackett, two Idaho residents whom the EPA prohibited from building a home near a wetland years ago. So that's why I tore down them buildings. Citing the Clean Water Act, CW8 of 1972. I was not doing it to be messy or petty or make fun of y'all so y'all can come fuck with me. No, I had to tear down them buildings, or else y'all were gonna die from the water. Like Flint, Michigan. The EPA ordered the Sacketts to restore the site, threatening penalties of over $40,000 per day. Alito's majority opinion stated the EPA classified the red lands on the Sacketts lot as waters of the United States because they were near a ditch that fed into a creek, my old house, which fed into the Priest Lake, a navigable intrastate lake. That's for you, Grandpa. Yeah, my old house is like the water lines are cut, so any water was connected to that house is like shut down as well. I just can't tear the house down because my grandma's bodies, my mama, my family members' bodies are stuck in tubs and toilet and the walls and floors and stuff. The Sackett sued alleging that the property was not waters of the United States. Remember we found my mama vagina in the water tower up there, the water thing up there? The ruling ultimately held that the federal government's WOTUS definition must be restricted to a water source with a continuous surface connection to major bodies of water. While the decision was unanimous on the merits, the court split 5-4 on determining, yes, he do, daughter, determining how the federal government should go. He got a lot of kids up there. Should go about defining water sources. He said he's not going to touch them. Don't touch them. Understanding the CWA to apply to wetlands that are distinguishable from otherwise covered waters of the United States was sustainably broaden existing statutes to define navigable waters as waters of the United States and existing wetlands. Alito wrote, the ruling, which was shared by Republican lawmakers and groups representing landowners, comes months after the EPA finalized and implemented a new WOTUS regulation. On December the 30th, the final working day of 2022, the EPA and the U.S. Army the U.S. Army Crops Corporation of Engineers quietly announced that they had approved the WOTUS regulation, and after that it will be implemented in March. After announcing it, EPA Administrator Michael Reagan said the rule safeguards our nation's waters. Okay. The rule opened the door for the federal government to regulate wetlands, lakes, ponds, streams, and regulate permanent waterways, largely mimicking a pre-2015 environmental rule set during the Obama administration, which implemented the changes in an effort to curb water pollution. That means blood, okay? Anybody that was stuck in houses can't be touched, okay? So that means we have to tear down buildings around that motherfucker. We real. Okay? No ands, ifs, or buts. Okay? Sorry. There's also a diss to Michael. He is a bummer. Sasha is Tia. The regulation with the broadcast interpretation to data which water sources require protection under the CWA. Industry groups, Republican lawmakers in Congress and multiple states blasted the regulation as an example of federal overreach and demanded that it be rescinded. In April, a federal judge granted a request from 24 states and several trade groups to pause implementation of the regulation. See? I tell you how all them people came at me, all them women coming at me and trying to have sex with my ex while I'm sleeping, trying to get back at me because their houses is gone. Well, bitch, that poured the law. And the House and Senate both approved a regulation rejecting the regulation. Today, the Supreme Court, which is us, sent a loud and clear, with them too, they got their own too, sent a loud and clear warning shot to the Biden administration about its attempts to overregulate the lives of millions of Americans. That's them. Said Senator Shelley Moore, capital W-DVA, the ranking member of the Senate Environment and Public Works Committee. By rejecting the significant nexus test, the court protected America's farmers, ranchers. Some are going to test, okay? They got to see if you pure or not, or if you did any scenes or something. Ranchers, builders, and landowners from overreach under the Clean Water Act and ruled President Biden's recent WOTUS rule goes too far. Capito added, I was proud to both support the petitioners on this case last year and lead a successful effort this year in Congress to overturn the Biden's WOTUS rule, and am thrilled with the court decision today, which is a major win for individual freedom. Congressional Western Caucus Chairman Don Newman-Art said the court ruled in favor of the Constitution, the American people, and our freedoms, and called the EPA to officially rescind its WOTUS regulations. The Waters Advocate Coalition, a group representing farmers, so it could be readheads, applauding the Supreme Court for preserving water protections while delivering clarity for farmers and landowners. Hey, I might be a readhead, but I'm smart. Okay. The court's opinion also upends the Biden administration overreaching WOTUS rule. The group said after decades of attempts to expand the federal government's power over private land, America's job creators and farmers can proceed with more certainty in delivering critical services our economy depends on, from growing healthy foods to building affordable homes and producing domestic energy. The Zodiac Killer said, I won. We won, y'all. Okay? So he throwing keys down, okay? I'm out. Peace.